All right. Let's get it. All right, y'all, give me some light. If you're on TikTok, if you give me some lights, they said they invite more people. Y'all give me some lights. Give me up to 500, then we go to 1,000. I need some lights. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I know I was listening to some music. If you are on YouTube or Facebook, let me know if you can hear me now. If y'all would give me some likes, give me some likes, give me some likes. They will invite more people on TikTok. And what we want to do is we want to get some more likes because tonight, um, I'm not going to be before you very long. But what I am going to do is, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? If you guys can hear me, say yes, coach. We can hear you. If you can't hear me, say I can't hear you. Sound is better. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Now, all right, coach, we can hear you. Thank you, Miss Lemon Pepper. I like that. I like me some with lemon pepper wings. Okay, loud and clear. All right, y'all. All right. So we got a little weather here. It's a little that little snow outside. So I thought I would obviously get on and teach you something. Every time I get on, I'm gonna teach you something. That's just what I do. Now, so we're gonna get in tonight. Talk a little bit about what we're gonna do tonight. Tonight, I want to talk to you about, have you ever had a need or you can't hear a thing? Miss Busy 888 says she can't hear a thing on YouTube. YouTube, can y'all hear me? Can you guys hear me on YouTube? Please let me know. Can you hear me on YouTube? I want to see if that's Miss Busy. Miss Busy's, is it her equipment or is it mine? So let me know. Can you hear it clear? All right. Yes, we can hear you. Okay, we can hear you. All right. Now, Frugally says, yes, I can hear you on YouTube. I can hear it. Okay. I don't know why it's muffled for some of you. Um, and for others, it is not. I don't know the answer. Okay, Samantha. What's up, Samantha? All right, you can hear me. So here's the thing. So tonight, I'm going to teach y'all something. I'm going to teach you all how to communicate your needs. How do you communicate? Have you ever been in a relationship and you had a need and you wanted to know how to communicate it, but you either didn't communicate it because you were worried about how they would react, or you just didn't know what to say? If that is you, if that is anybody listening to me today, I want you to put a one in the chat. Say, yeah, coach, you know what, I have some needs, and yeah, as B said, yeah, last night, and I didn't communicate my needs, and I didn't communicate my needs. All right, NW say 11111. So tonight, Coach is going to talk to you about, if y'all would get me up to 1,000 likes on TikTok. But Coach is going to talk to y'all about How do you communicate to get your needs met? And tonight we're going to find out that most of you are not good communicators, but that's no shade. That's just that I'm here to help you. And after I get finished, when I show you what I show you, I suggest you book a free call. Y'all know this month I've been booking free calls. I call them "How can I help you?" coaching sessions, and and you'll get an opportunity to book them. They have been very informative. They've been very very good thus far. I've learned a lot. Some of you have learned a lot. Some of you understand why you are not getting the result that you desire. You understand that many of you think that it is the other person, but once we talk, you realize that you really have much more power and control of your own life. Okay? Much more power and control. So it's not a number, it's an email. You're going to email me, and either myself or my lead coach in my academy, Coach Rose, we're going to set up a time with you so we can have a 30-minute session. Now, at the end of the session, I'm going to tell you, she's going to tell you what is wrong. Why are you having these challenges? We're going to do that. Now, it will be up to you to take the action necessary. We will help you, but it's only you got to take the first step. Send me an email. So I'm going to tell you now, then I'll tell you at the end. If you want to book a free session and you say, Coach, I need 30 minutes. And y'all know I don't normally do free sessions, but I've decided this is my way of giving back. And this is my way of helping more people. So either myself or my lead coach, Coach Rose, who is phenomenal, if you email me at coachkencanion@gmail.com, Coach, my name, Ken Canion, @gmail.com, and simply say, hey, Coach, I want a 30-minute session. I want to see if you can help me in my quest for whatever. Doesn't matter. If you want to be in a relationship, fine. If you want to date, fine. If you want to fix the relationship you're in. If you want a relationship better with your children or your mother, your father, I help you with all that. I'm great at it. All right. Coach Rose is great at it. So email me. I'll say it again before we leave. But tonight, before I jump into the lesson for tonight, I'd like to ask you this. Samantha says, beneficial. I'm glad that I did. Oh, Samantha, I appreciate you. And I'm going to reconnect with you, Samantha, on tomorrow about the situation on what we have to communicate. Okay? That will be tomorrow. Been tied up all day, booked all day, but we're going to get it tomorrow. All right. But before we jump into it, before we jump into the lesson tonight, I want you to give me your name and where you are checking in from. Give me your name and where you're checking in from. I want to properly acknowledge you because you could be anywhere in the world, but you are here with the doctor tonight, AKA Coach Ken. So let me acknowledge you. We got Michelle from South Florida. It's that Kiana from New Jersey in the building. We've got, who else we got here? Danielle Davis in the building. All right. I don't know where she calling from. We got Sophia from Arkansas. Talia checking in from Detroit. Arias from Atlanta. We've got Angela from South Carolina. We've got from Duval, Green Eyed Shouting from Duval, I think. Jessica from Las Vegas. Teresa from Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee. Arlinda from Houston in the building. Danielle from St. Louis, in the building. All right, in the building. KK from Washington, D.C. Carol, North Kakalaki. Gilda from Belize in the building. Thank you so much for joining me on tonight. Now, for those of you who will check in later, thank you, because you can be anywhere in the world. So what I want to do is I want to start this. I want to start this by saying, I want to tell you a little story about one of my clients. And y'all let me know if this sounds like you. So this particular client, I just got into a relationship, right? And she said that, Coach, she says, one of the things I don't like about my guy is I put he doesn't take out the trash like I want him to. So the other day, I put 2 bags of trash by the door so he could see the trash when he walked out. And then I said, well, what happened? She said he walked right past the trash and did not pick it up. And then she said, I was so hot. So I took the trash out. And then I explained to her this. I asked her this question. I said, did you tell him why that you wanted him to take the trash out? She said, no, I didn't tell him I wanted him to take the trash out. He should just know to take the trash out. And so the journey begins. This is where the journey begins. And I said, are there other things in the relationship that you are expecting him? Somebody said, why hasn't there been any new Caught in the Act episodes? They're coming up. They're coming up. All right, we got some new ones coming up. All right, just stay tuned. Watch MTV coming up. All right. Now, I said, are there other things that you have wanted to communicate with him, but you have not communicated it with him? You just expect him to know. And she was like, yeah. I mean, he grown. He should know that. What's up, Marcus? My guy. What's good? And so she said, yeah. And then I explained something. I said, how is he supposed to know what you're wanting him to do if you have never communicated it? Well, he should just know. He should be raised that way. And therein lies the problem. Therein lies the problem. And so that left me on a quest. And so I explained to her, I said, the truth is, you're a poor communicator. And this is in the gym this morning, y'all. In the gym, they stopped me in the gym for advice. I said, you're a poor communicator. And she said, I must admit that I'm not the best communicator. And so allow me to go forward with this tonight. Do you know the number one reason relationships fail? The number one reason relationships fail. It is not infidelity. It is not money. It is not what we think it is. The number one reason relationships fail is because of uncommunicated expectation and needs. Notice what I said. I didn't just say communication. I said uncommunicated expectation and needs. So allow me to tell you, let me take me on the cycle. A lot of people say lack of communication, but it's specifically, communication is a broad subject, but specifically it is uncommunicated expectation and needs. So let me explain it to you. You ever notice how you have an expectation of somebody in a relationship? You have an expectation of somebody. Now, the person doesn't know you have the expectation of them. And now you secretly have this expectation that they're going to open your car door. All right. Now, you never communicated that you want your car door open, but you just expect the person to do it. Now, you never say what it is you expect. You keep it in, right? You absolve yourself of the responsibility that you should communicate. And then the person doesn't open your door. And here's what you say. Oh, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. They don't do the debate. They're not willing to do the things that they're supposed to do. And then when they don't, you begin to keep it in. You begin to suppress the feelings that you have. But this feeling, instead of communicating what you desire, what you would like to happen, you suppress it. And then that suppression becomes a seed. It becomes a seed of resentment. It becomes a seed of anger. It becomes a seed of whatever the emotion is that you have. Rejection. It becomes a seed of all of these things. And then that seed begins to manifest in you, right? And so it comes out and you say, well, that person's not the one for me. It's a red flag. They won't open the door. And what you don't realize is you are the catalyst for your own feeling. It is because we absolve ourselves of the responsibility and the accountability of communicating our needs, communicating our expectations. And when you don't communicate your expectation and needs, that you suppress, okay, what you suppress it in any relationship. Could be for your mother. Your mother is acting a certain way, doing a certain thing to you, but you don't know how to say it. And so you begin to resent your mother for it. There could be your romantic partner. The romantic partner is doing things, saying things, and you don't know how to because you assume that it's going to end in an argument. And the reason it ends in an argument is because you don't know how to communicate it effectively so that it avoids an argument. And so what you do is you keep it to yourself. You live in silence. Or the opposite side, either you live in silence or the opposite side is you just say it. I'm going to just tell you on somebody, I'm just going to be direct. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it real. And you know what? You just take it how you take it. And either way, you have not communicated effectively, and then the relationship suffers. The relationship suffers. You don't have to tell me it's you. It is 98% of you out there. And then when the relationship, you just leave. You just leave the relationship, but you never taken responsibility for learning how to communicate effectively. And so tonight, I'm going to teach you one of the techniques that I teach my people. Y'all, the other day, I was teaching them a technique. And this technique was I was telling them how you say things, like how do you approach things that are hard? Like, for instance, a hard issue might be about a person's body odor, when somebody's significant to you. And you don't want to tell them, you don't want to hurt their feelings. And so what you do is you just keep it in, because you don't know how to say it, because you don't know how they're going to react. Or it might be you're not being sexually satisfied within a relationship. So what you do is you don't say it. You just don't say it. Tough, hard issues. And when I broke down to them how you actually navigate it, one of the people said, I'm going to do this tomorrow. And she hit me back. She said, Coach, that what you told us is genius. She said, I was scared, but I did it anyway. I did it anyway. And I told the person, and then the other person who I thought would go off simply said, you know what, we need to talk about it. We need to talk about this thing. And I appreciate the way you approached me. And I was like, see, I told y'all it works when you do. So I'm gonna give you a strategy tonight. And I ain't gonna be on you long. But any of you who are interested in getting better, you're interested in having a session with me or my lead coach, you can book a free session, free. I'm doing free sessions this month, a free 30-minute session to help you solve your problem, identify what's wrong, and give you a solution. For those of you who've been listening to me, I told you it only takes 19 minutes for me to figure it out. I can dissect your problems in 19 minutes or less. Like Domino's pizza, I'm just that good. And either me or Coach Rose, she's that good too. All right, so let's go through the formula of how you actually communicate your needs or your expectations. The first thing you have to do, and I want y'all to write this down. Don't ever come to my class without a pen and paper. Don't ever come to my class, because every time I go live, I'm not talking about current events and what Beyonce did and what Jay-Z did or what nobody else. I'm teaching you something, okay? So first thing you have to do is, number one, you have to identify the need you have. I want you to write down what the need you have is. And here's the other thing. I'm not letting you off the hook. First thing, you write down what the need is, and then you have to write down why you need it. See, a lot of people think they need something, or they have an expectation. So you write down the expectation or the need, and why you expect it or why you need it. Why do I do that first? It's because it gives the person who I'm talking to clarity of reason. See, a lot of times we think we have a need, but it's on the subconscious level. What I'm asking you to do is bring it to the conscious level. I need my door open. Now tell me why. I need my door open because it makes me feel like this person values me. Do you see what I'm doing? And do you see what I'm doing? So whatever your need or expectation is, I expect this person to do this because here's why I have the expectation. How many of you ever identified a need you had, but then you actually wrote down, decided to write down why you need it? And so I'm about to start, y'all know how I teach. I'm about to start taking your brain on a different pattern because most of us don't do things. Everything I teach is psychologically based. Why do human beings do what they do? Everybody does what they do because it has a need. We do it because it meets a need inside of us. We do it because it gives us something. And so first step is write down what it is you need and why you need it. Okay? The second thing I want to tell you is this. Second thing is you write down why, all of the reasons why you need to communicate what it is you need to communicate. See, here's the thing. If you don't give yourself a why, you don't give yourself permission to do it. So if I have a need, I have a sexual desire need of having sex 3-4 times a week. Okay. And so I want you to write down why, all of the reasons why I need to or should communicate this with my partner. Okay. All of the reasons why I should communicate it. Why? All of the reasons why. Allow me to give you something you probably didn't know. Allow me to give you some context to this. See, the way the brain is wired in a very specific way. There was a study that was done a few years ago. And here's the study. The study was they surveyed 100 people. And they didn't know they surveyed 100 people. And what they did was they asked the people, could I jump the line? Could I jump the line? And so 77% of the people said no, because they did not give them a reason why. I'd say, hey, just can I get in front of you? Can I get in front of you? 77% of the people said, you can't get in front of me. Now watch this. The very same study, they polled people, but the difference in this study was they asked the people, can I jump in front of you? But they gave them a reason why they wanted to do it. They wanted to do it. So they said, hey, here's a reason. I had to pick up my child at 3:00. So can I jump in front of you? 71% of people said, yes, you can get in front of me. Absolutely. Now, why is that important? Because when you give the brain a reason why, the brain has the leverage it needs to follow through with whatever you asked it to do. Ooh, coach, that's powerful. Please do not understand. Do not just take for granted what I just said. That is the reason why when I say, if you have an expectation of needs, you write down all of the reasons why you need to tell your partner what that expectation is. Okay? All the reasons why. Now, once you've done those two things, then coach is going to teach you a strategy that I taught. Now, this strategy is called I language with a twist. I language with a twist. So here's how it works. So the first thing I want you to understand is this. I said, first thing I want you to understand, your job is not to make a person feel any way about what you said. A lot of us think it's our job for a person to tell a person what we want and for them to like it. That is not your job. Your job is to communicate effectively. Your job is to communicate in a way that is, number one, not aggressive. I'm gonna give you the 3 rules. Number 2, not combative. And number three, it articulates your point in a way which is very clear. It gives them clarity of message. Number one, your only three principles, only three rules. Number one, it can't be aggressive. That means talking over a person, filled with anger. That means it is direct, disrespectful. It doesn't mean it's direct is not disrespectful, but it means I'm not over talking to you. My tone is not angry. So that's aggressive. Combative is number two. Combative and aggressive are different. Combative is someone who just disagrees just to be disagreeable, who says, you say the sky's blue, they say it's purple. Okay. And then the third thing is I'm articulating the message so clear that you don't have to figure out what I mean. Because sometimes we say stuff, we don't say what it is we want to say, but we want them to figure it out. We'll say something else, hoping they get around to what it is we want them to figure out. And that is not how it works. So, so let me teach you I language with a twist. So here's how it works. Whenever you want to communicate something, first thing you've got to understand is communicating you versus I. Whenever you tell a person you did blank, you need to do. Don't you hate when somebody says you need to do? You need to do this, or you blank, or you get on my nerves, or you did blah, blah. Whenever you use what we call you language, the other person's brain believes that it is being attacked. The other person's brain believes that it's being attacked. So what is it when you feel like you're attacked? You attack back. That is when argument goes like this. So allow me to show you how to do it where the brain doesn't feel attacked. You use what we call I language. So here's how it goes. The only time, so let's say this, the only time you can use you in this, but you only use you when you identify the behavior. For instance, you know what? So you go this, so here's how I go. Let me start. Step one. Step one is you tell the person what you've noticed. Okay? Here's how I go. Hey, I've noticed that when we talk and begin discussing things, you raise your voice and talk over me. I've noticed that. I've noticed that when we discuss sensitive issues, you walk away when we're talking. I noticed the first step, that is the only time you can use you. Watch this. I notice when you are stating a fact, when you are identifying what you notice. I notice that when we discuss things, that you dismiss what I'm saying. Here's what I noticed. Now watch this. Now watch this. But here's the thing. The truth is, some people might try to get irate, but this is why I tell people to do what I tell people to do. Once you say the first thing you do that I didn't mention is when you get ready to talk to the person. I forgot to tell you this. This is the most important part. You ask their permission to talk to them. Now you say, what, coach? I said, no, you ask their permission to talk to them. You say, all right, watch this. Why is that? Y'all always give you the why. Because when you just blurt out things, people are on the defensive. When you say, is it okay if we talk? I'd love to talk with you. Would you have time for that? And they might say, no. I said, can we talk in 5 minutes? I'm asking for their permission to talk with them. See, this is a powerful thing, y'all. Now, when you ask the person their permission to talk, what you're simply saying is you're letting their brain know that what I'm about to say to you is very serious. Okay? All right? Ask their permission to talk. Then, if they say, sure. Now, what do? Their brain says, what I'm about to hear is important. So they're going to, if they give you the permission to talk, they're going to be quiet. Y'all, it works every time. That is why you can't just blurt out stuff. You can't, they're doing something. They're in the bathroom, taking care of business, whatever they're doing, and you go in there like, I need to talk to you. That's not, you made a statement. I want you to ask a question. I want you to say, hey, is it okay we talk? I'd love to talk with you about something. Can we talk now? I have something serious that I'd like to talk about. Something that's on my mind. Is it okay if we talk about it? All right. Number one, ask their permission to talk. Then they're going to be quiet because their brain sees whatever you just said is serious. The second thing is, the second step is you talk about what you notice. When they say, yeah, you can talk, you say, hey, look, honestly, keep your tone the same, keep your language the same, keep your pitch the same. You never raise it. Whenever you're talking to a person, you do not raise your voice. You keep your pitch the same. You do not talk faster or slower. You keep it the exact same. This is called pacing in communication. It's called pacing. Hey, I notice that when we talk and things get heated, you raise your voice and you yell at me. That's what I noticed. So step two is you state a fact. You state a fact of what you see. That's step two. Then you go to step three. This is critical. After you say what you notice, you always state, I feel. I feel disregarded. Notice what I said. After I stated the bed, I feel disregarded. I feel alienated. I feel that I'm not valued. I feel like my opinion does not matter to you. I feel like I'm discarded. Whatever you feel, I feel sad that I'm not heard. I feel unheard in the conversation. You're using I language, but you're simply attaching how you feel to it. Now, why is that important? Because when you say I feel, I never said you did. You made me feel. I never said that. I said I feel based on what I saw. Ah, write that down. So first I state the fact. First I ask for permission. Then I state what I see. Then I state what I feel. And then the third thing you say, I need. I need to feel heard. I need to feel respected in the relationship. I need to feel this way because it gives me the desire to want to continue. I need to do this. I need to have a relationship where we're both respected. We're both regarded for what we do. Right? Notice what I said again. I need. I feel. I didn't say anything about you doing anything. Y'all, this is powerful. And then the last step is after you tell a person what you need and why you need it, you ask them, you leave with a question. Can we agree or can we talk about how we can solve this problem? And then now when you ask the question at the end, you put the onus back on the other person. Can we talk about how we can communicate better? Can we discuss the better ways for us to get past this conflict? You always do that. Why do you ask that question? Why do you ask that question? Because now you engage the other person to help you solve the problem. Because the last thing you want to do is tell a person they got a problem, there's a problem, and then you say you figure it out. So, y'all, I'm just telling you, this I method, this is one of many strategies that I teach people. And I know some of you have never done it before, but if you want to learn how to communicate better, if you want to learn how to make your relationship better, I'm doing the free sessions. I'm doing the free sessions, 30-minute sessions, either me or my lead coach in my academy, in my relationship academy. I want you to email me at coachkencanion@gmail.com. That's coachkencanion@gmail.com and say, hey, coach, I'd love to book a session with you or your lead coach. I would love to book a session because my relationship, either I want to date somebody and I don't know what to do, I'm messing up, or I got conflict. I got all of that stuff. I got all this stuff going on. And the truth is, I don't know. Email me and my team. We're going to get your emails. Somebody's going to email you back and we're going to set up a time. So email us at coach, KENCANION @gmail.com. Now listen, y'all, You might be in a relationship, you might not be. But everybody's got relationships. The relationship might be with your children. You want to learn to communicate better. The relationship might be with your mother. It might be with your father. It might be with your girlfriend or your wife. It might be with your partners. Everybody needs to learn how to communicate better. Now, if you got other things going on in your relationship, I can help you with that too. So what I'm saying is email me. Your thoughts on age gap dating for older ladies. Oh yeah, most of the people in my academy are over 45, and they're getting into relationships because they're learning how to do it at over 45. They're learning how. There's a different methodology. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I'm teaching people modern dating. We teach in my academy, we teach all of that. But the thing is, you've got to be willing to change. You got to be willing to do something different. Some people will listen to videos all day long and they'll send them out to their friends and they'll send them out to this person and that person. But the truth is, they don't want to change. They don't want to do anything different. They just want the other person to do it. And I just did a video called "Dating After Divorce." Okay, dating after divorce. And in this video, I just talked about what a person who's been through divorce and you want to get back out there. You want to start or a breakup, but you want to get back out there, but you don't know how. Y'all, if you didn't know how to drive, wouldn't you ask somebody to help you drive? To teach you how to drive? When you go to driving school, wouldn't you learn? Of course. Why is it that relationships are one of the only things we feel like we're just going to figure it out? We're going to pick it up. We're just going to get it by osmosis. Why is that? You know why that is? Is because we have never been taught how to do it. And not only have and now we just feel like because I love you, it's going to work out. Because I just love you, it's going to work out. That's not the way it works, y'all. I'm telling you. But for those of you, I'm going to get off. But for those of you who are ready, who want a free session, 30-minute session, and you're ready, because listen, I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to sit there and listen to you talk. I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to get deep in a quick amount of time. I'm going to find out what's going on. I'm going to let you, and when I tell you what you need to do, you need to be willing to listen. But if you ain't willing to take my advice and listen, then don't book a session. Don't book a session. The way you book a session is you go, write this down, Coach, COACH, Ken, Canion, CANION, coachkencanion @gmail.com. Send me an email. My team will get it and say, hey, I want to book a 30-minute session. And we're going to reach back out and set up a time with you. I want to book a 30-minute session. Coach Ken say doing them free this month. I can either meet with him or his lead coach because she's super good too. And we're going to figure out what's going on with you. We're going to figure out what you need if you're willing to do it. All right, coachkencanion @gmail. Send me the email. Let me know if you want to do it, if you want to change, if we want to fix it. I'm here for all of that, and we'll go from there. All right, y'all. That is my time. Peace.